Okay, I think, barring the one small island over there that I haven't dealt with yet, that this is the last of the mycelium on the continental Palms Ahoy Island. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I figured there would be a spot that I missed. There we go. All right. Well, that's I think that's all the mycelium. All right, so small update. This is going to have nothing to do with the rest of the video, but I need to cut in here. I ran the numbers again. This fortunately does not actually need to be here. I was looking at this wrong because there's a couple spots right here and right there that are 8. And back in my day, this meant that the block at your head was light level 8, which meant that mobs could spawn there. But apparently now it refers to the block at your feet, and so mobs can't actually spawn there. So there are a lot of these spaces that I thought mobs could spawn in that apparently they can't. So we're actually good. But I'm going to leave that there. Actually, you know what? Now that that doesn't have to be like right there, I'm going to leave that there. And it's festive. That's what it is. Actually, I saw this on Reddit. I want to see if this is the next thing we're working on. I moved the storage room so that it doesn't suck as much. I want to see how this looks. I've seen this on Reddit a couple times, and I thought it looked decent. I want to see what it looks like up close and personal. Yeah, sure, why not? So I I missed a spot. Oh Lord. Yeah. All right. So first things first, we got to move this beacon down because it's man, these things take a long time to break. It's not in a good place right now, and by that I mean the beacon beam extends its effect up indefinitely. Well, 256 blocks, but that's the build limit, so it may as well be indefinitely. But it doesn't extend down indefinitely. It applies the same radius. So if I'm down there trying to do the mining and I get out of range of this thing, I get out of range and I stop being able to do the quick mining, and I don't want that. It's bad enough that that place is full of water pockets that get in my way. So we gotta move this thing down, and this is gonna take a really long time. My God. Oh well, okay then. I wasn't looking for those, but I'm not complaining. Certainly. That's more like it. Okay, so here's my idea, right? So we got this beacon, and we got really what is way too much space dedicated to this beacon. This building did not need to be this tall. I don't know what I was thinking. But I think we can put it to good use. So if for whatever reason you've been living under a rock for the last however many years it's been, if you take a piece of stained glass and you put it on top of a beacon, the beacon changes color. I think this is pretty neat, personally. Now, what I want to do, we got maybe 15 blocks of space between us and the ceiling here. What I want to do is, good Lord, this is kind of a stupid idea, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a system to change the color of the beacon, but not quite in the way you normally would. I want to explain how I'm going to do it, but I also don't, because I don't want to spoil the surprise. You can probably tell. It's just going to be like an RGB setup. That's all it is. It doesn't take that much to figure out. So, what order do these need to go in? I think one there. Whoopsies. That's completely wrong. One there, one there, and one. That go here, one there. Yeah, so they're staggered. This would be red, blue. Actually, this would be green, and then this would be blue. Yeah, okay. And then just continue that up in an endless circle. Now, let me tell you a story, because this is going to take a while. I made a stack of redstone equipment as well, so you know we're kind of set. Let me tell you a story. This is the problem I've been having for the last couple of months. All right. So what you may or may not know is that I technically have a degree. I say technically because it's an associate's degree, and not it's not really a real degree. It's you get it for like 2 years, and generally speaking, you get it from community colleges that have much lower standards than regular colleges. I apparently can't talk and chew gum at the same time. So this needs to go in. Oh, you know what? This is on the wrong side entirely. Okay, so I don't consider it to be a real degree, so I'm working on an actual one now. Yeah, that looks right. This is kind of tricky to do. Wait, no, this needs to go up one. I have a panel for this down. You can just sort of see it down there. I don't know how I'm going to hook that up to up here. It's going to require a lot of interesting redstone gymnastics. So, to cut a long story short, I am now at an actual college getting an actual degree. Here's the problem. And without giving away too much, I have decided, apparently, or perhaps better to say that the universe decided for me, that I would start attending this college at the 1 year that they have the largest intake of students they have ever had in the history of their institution. Is this right? I have a picture on my other monitor, and yeah, okay, so that goes up there, and then this is kind of tricky because I have to do that. I have a bunch of scaffolding. I don't know why I'm using stone for this. Okay, and then I got to do like that. Yeah, so I decided to attend this college at the year they've taken in the largest intake of students they've ever had. And here's the thing. They aren't equipped to handle this many students. Okay? Which means that I get stuck in... actually, no, it's not so much... This is not the reason that this happened. I got to back up. So, let me tell you, first of all, how this college handles housing. Okay? When they try to get you assigned to housing, they do not necessarily contact you in the way you would expect to be contacted to discuss your options. What they do is they send you an email about a week beforehand saying that at some point in the near future, someone will be calling you to discuss your housing options. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I have 2 phone numbers on file. I got my home phone and I got my cell phone. They don't say which number they're going to be calling. Second of all, they don't say when they're going to be calling. They don't give you an option to say, hey, here's a good time to call me. And then when they do finally call you, guess what? They call the phone number that you're not expecting to get called on. Twice. So, by the time these people finally realize that they can't do their jobs and actually manage to get a hold of me, they're out of rooms. They've got a couple left. They all hold 3 people. I might add that these rooms are not built to hold 3 people. These rooms are built to house your stamp collection, assuming that you got rid of all of the other furniture in the room. Otherwise, your stamp collection is going to be in a bit of a tight fit. They're no good. And to make matters worse, these rooms do not have grounded outlets, which basically meant that if there was, say, a thunderstorm and there was a power surge in this house, my computer, which I just bought about, well, it's been 11 months now, that cost me upwards of $2,000, would be fried irreparably. And regardless of whether or not it's plugged into a surge protector, because it's not goddamn grounded. And of course, it's the middle of the semester, and they've just fired pretty much all their housing staff, so what the hell are they going to be able to do about it? So that was fun. So basically, I spent the first month, let's just go with the first month at this new university, deciding, well, not so much deciding, desperately attempting to find any other housing alternative, which eventually I did, and that's where I am now. It's a sad little rundown shanty of a home that shares a wall with a different home that does not know how to use headphones. Talking to you, guy whose name I forget. They can probably hear me. These walls are very thin. But I'm the only person in it, so that's nice. But it did take me like 3 weeks to get moved in here, and then there was another 2 weeks where I was just sat here twiddling my thumbs waiting for them to hook up the goddamn internet. So, that was fun. And to make matters worse, I might add, first of all, both of my roommates had the same name for the brief period in which I did have them in this 3-person mailbox that I'd been crammed into, which I might add was it was not part of like a dorm complex so much. It was its own house that held 10 people in 4 rooms. And furthermore, getting back on my original point, both of my roommates had exactly the same name, which was exciting. And one of my roommates was a cyborg. And this is not a joke. This guy had a metal leg, which was cool, admittedly, for the first 15 minutes. It's not something you see every day. It's got a certain novelty factor to it, of course. Then you realize that this guy has classes even earlier than you do, and it's very difficult to put on a metal leg in the dark. So, you know, every day at around 7:30, this guy wakes up to an alarm that was too loud, and he goes over and he hits the light switch and he puts on his metal leg. And, of course, I'm right underneath the lamp because these beds are crammed in here again, sort of like a game of Tetris that's gone horribly wrong. Oh, and the only window that actually led to the outside, we had 2 windows, but one of them led out onto a sun porch. So, you know, if you were just standing out on the sun porch and our window shade was open, you could just be like, hey, how's it going? I'm watching you sleep. The only other window that led outside, completely blocked by furniture, because they're mandated to have one set of furniture for every student, which includes a very large wardrobe that the people in this room were not equipped to lift, because one of them is me. I have the approximate upper body strength of, I can't even find a good comparison, a small duck. Let's just say a small duck. I have the approximate upper body strength of a small duck. One guy that I don't think was sober the entire time I was there, just between you and me. And one fellow that had a metal leg and no arms. So, you know, in the event of a fire that would no doubt happen due to the fact that none of the outlets in this building were grounded, basically we were just going to burn to death. So, that was a fun experience. One poor sucker, the only guy that got a single room in this whole place, went into his room one day and didn't come out for a couple hours. And then maintenance comes in, and I discovered that this guy has somehow managed to break his own door and literally cannot exit his room. So that guy would have been extra dead if there was a fire. So to cut a long story short, I don't live there anymore. I gotta walk like, let's see, I know if I give an actual number, that Dewey's gonna try and use that information to find out where I live, because that's exactly what I would do to him. I gotta walk like 5 minutes uphill to get to this place. 5 minutes is a good measure because nobody has any idea how fast I walk, although if you can factor in about how fast a small duck would walk uphill, you can probably figure out an approximate distance, but it's, you know, so in the winter weather it's not great, and in the autumn weather where it's, you know, not quite cold, but it's raining all the time, it's not great. But you know, I managed to get more than 6 hours of sleep today. So I consider that a win. I almost got more than 6 hours of sleep yesterday, but then my neighbors started blasting their questionably tasteful music. I have, of course, responded in kind. I plugged in a really big speaker, pointed it at my wall, and I've just started playing a song that you might recognize from the previous episode, which Zaktigod refers to as In the Hall of the Zaktigod by Planet 69. It's one of his own pieces, and he's very proud of it. Winston, that wasn't a cue to start playing it. Good Lord, that's not a good song. I don't know what he was thinking. You know, I thought that was going to be a longer anecdote. Really, I don't have anything to talk about now, which might actually be conducive to me finishing this goddamn construction work. Right, now I gotta... This is the tricky part. I gotta figure out how the hell to get these up there and mapped in the right place. So this is going to be fun. Fortunately, I still have another, like 3/4 of a stack of repeaters on standby. So that goes up there, and then that goes like, well then what do I do here? Getting these things to move horizontally is going to be a challenge. Or not horizontally, the other word, Kirven, your other horizontal. Getting them to move vertically is going to be interesting. Because it works when they're on the same level, but these are not on the same level. Okay, so this needs to go like that. But to do that, I'd have to, well, I could maybe get away with this. Do I have spruce stairs? I have 1. That's exactly how many I need. You can't see the look on my face right now, but it's not happy. Okay. And breaking this won't do anything. No. Okay. Well, that's just made it worse, actually. So, I could put that there, but then that's feeding into the stair, and that's not going to transmit anything. So we want that to go there. And then, okay, we can do this. And this is green? Yeah. So if we do, well... yeah. We do that. And then... but of course, then how the hell am I going to get the rest of these up, right? So we put that through there. And then that goes into here. And then the repeater signal has to go into this wire. Or the, not the repeater. It's not a repeater, Kirven. The comparator signal has to go into this wire right here. So we need to get that to there. So we need to put that into there. And then in an odd twist, we have to do that. Ha! But wait, no, we can't do that because... hell, because that powers both of these. What we need to do is put this up here. So how do I do that? This is a mess. I tell you what, it's a mess, but I don't think I'm gonna stop anytime soon. Because, like, what are my alternatives, you know? Okay, so if I do that, then I can do that. And then that feeds it into here. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Now I just have to do that with this one and that one. And I've already used like 9 comparators. But let's just see if this works. So, beacon beam, white. I right-clicked on that. Thank you. Green. There's a lot of delay on that. Why did you go out to 2? What the hell? Now what? So you're feeding into there. And you're... right, my original model did not have that block there. So that works. I don't like that it works. Look at this. This is just horrifying. Okay. So now we got to get blue up over to God, we got to get blue all the way over here. It would really probably just be a lot easier to move the control panel. I don't know why I did this to myself. Okay. So, let's try red first. Red is closer. So red just has to go here. And then... and we can't put anything there, so we'd have to go like that, and then into here. This is horrifying. Can you tell that it's been a while since I've had to do redstone? I can. Okay, and then that. And then you... wait. Hell, because that needs to go up to there. Okay. How do I fix this? Okay, we do that. This gets worse every time I move something. Okay, we do this, and then that. But then how does that get into there? No. Okay, this is awful. Everything about this is awful. Okay. Well, we could put it into here. actually. Easier. Okay, well, I'm down here now, I guess. Yeah, get back up there. Okay, so we put it into this block. Lord have mercy on us. Okay. So, well, wait, actually, let's try this. This is just the worst. Okay. So that goes there. And then that feeds into, well, no, this, okay, we got it. We do that, and then we're almost out of comparators. Oh, Lord. I'm so upset. This is a mess. I'm using all the space at least. Let it not be said that there's too much space here. Okay, so now it hurts to look at. It's really bad. You know what? I'm feeling brave. Let's try and this is a whole episode in and of itself. I had other things I wanted to do. I mean, the good news is that I can cut out the audio of me just talking and put it over the audio of me doing actual redstone work. So that's something. I'm gonna need more redstone. Probably gonna need more regular stone too. Okay, so right. Let's try and tackle the blue. So we would need this signal to come through here, right? And then, okay, bear with me here. That goes into there. And then we need some way to get you, this won't affect that, will it? I don't think so. We need some way to get you up. Wait, no, because that'll go into there. Good lord. Unless we move that there. And then move that there. And put that like that. I've made it worse. No, it's fine. So we put this there, and now that doesn't go into there. But now there's... What am I doing? Like, so now this... We can go here, but we can't really go anywhere else with it. So... we would have to take it there? And then under this. Okay. The one advantage of comparators is that you can do that if you really need to. But the question is if you actually want to do that, because it is, this whole thing is painful to look at. Okay, so if we do this, that's then going. Hopefully not in a way that it'll power that. It should be fine. And then, yeah, that's going to be an issue. But we can take... Well, we can't really do that, can we? Unless we make this a... Well, no, because then power could still go up it. So that has to be like that. So... we'd have to do this. But then what... How do I get that up there? Okay, we do that, we do that. We put these back here, this. Okay, so now we need to get it from here. Okay. This is like the world's worst, like, what am I thinking of? It's like the world's worst, like, needle point. Things are going back on through themselves. And no, that's not there. We need an oak slab now, apparently, of all things, and we don't even have one. We gotta go downstairs. We gotta find the crafting table. Or I mean, there's a stone cutter right back there too, but that's besides the point. Okay. So that goes there, right? And then we need to take it from here and plug it into here, specifically into that block right there. Okay. So you go there, and then up, and then how many goddamn comparators have I used at this point? If I say repeater one more time, I'm gonna be upset with myself. I'm already upset with myself, but more so. Okay, so, and then we do that, and then this. Okay, and then that. Oh, wait. Okay, hang on. That goes into there, it comes out here, which would then have to... Okay. So, let's try one blue. That sounded like something worked. Yep, we got one blue. One green. Gives us sort of a cyan, right? One red. Said, hang on, I made up a fake color name a couple of months ago that would be perfect here. Where's my phone? I wrote it down on my phone because apparently you can do that with phones now. Obtuse saffron. That's what it is. It's obtuse saffron. Let's add another red. And now we get that. And again, what's the point of this window? What? I'm getting no useful information from having that window there. And it's not like I can put in a window so that you can look up there, because that would just traumatize people. Okay, well, everything to maximum makes it look like that, I guess. It's not my favorite color in the world. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, well, that took me an hour, apparently, but there we go. That's Winston, you got your work cut out for you on this one, man. This is gonna take so long to fix. I don't know what happened with this episode. Yeah. I think you're gonna like this.
Oh no.
I think this takes exactly one. There it is.
Oh my god.
It couldn't be helped.
Hmm.
It couldn't be helped. There was no way to fix that.
What is it?
You mean mechanically?
Yes.
It's a villager.
This is terrifying. This is... Oh my.
Here, I'm gonna go sleep so that it gets out of your bed.
It got out.
Oh, did it? It must be daytime.
This is
penguins aren't a mob, Dewey says. They're not going in my zoo. Yeah, shut up, Dewey. I control reality. This is my house. I didn't even put this in the changelog. I just said the hatchling is awake. And you know, what the hell does that even mean?
Oh my.
There it is. He's hatched. He's awake. And soon
Yeah,
we're gonna have thousands.
that's. Oh, oh, jeez.